Ever since the pandemic, golf memberships have gone crazy, kind of like housing. And being able to get a membership at some of the top golf communities has become really challenging, which is why some buyers have resorted to buying a home just for the golf membership. That means someone is spending millions of dollars on a home just so they can golf. I know this sounds absolutely crazy to some, but this happens all the time. See, these memberships are a valuable commodity and can help homes sell faster and for more money. Now, if you've lived in a golf community like this, did you have a membership? Did you sell it with your house or did you keep it? Did you even have that option? Over the past few years, I've had many clients call me wanting to look for a home in one of our private golf communities here in Scottsdale. And ever since the pandemic, these communities have had long waiting lists for these memberships. We're always able to find them a home, but getting that membership is always tricky. And some would have to join the wait list. And let me tell you, that wait list is not short. Some of these have a 5-year waiting list. And I know that Scottsdale is not the only place that's dealing with this right now. If you can believe it, before the pandemic, many of these golf courses had memberships available to purchase. But as soon as we entered the pandemic and things started to shut down, that all changed because golf courses remained open, which then spiked the number of memberships that these courses were selling. And now, many of them have these long waiting lists like we just talked about. So here's the thing about golf clubs. Each one is a little bit different and each one has a few different levels of membership, like the social membership, where you can do everything amenity-wise and activity-wise, but you just can't golf. Then there's the golf membership, where you can participate in every social activity as well as every event, as well as also play golf. Now, with both of these types of memberships, you have the ability to bring guests to the club, but as a golf member, you also have the ability to bring friends to play golf. You just usually have a specific number of times you can actually bring a guest on the golf course. Then there are other memberships that some clubs have, like a junior golf membership. This is where people of a certain age can have that full golf membership just at a reduced rate. Now that age cap can vary, but I've seen it pretty much right around the age of 24. Now, something else to note about these clubs is that these are usually family memberships, so everyone in your family can enjoy the amenities. And this is one of the reasons so many people want to belong to a golf club. There is something for everyone, unless you can't get a membership. Now, if a private club has no memberships available and you're still interested in getting a membership, there are a few things that you can do. You can buy a piece of property that has a membership attached to it that the seller is willing to sell, and then buy the property as well as the membership. Now, with this scenario at private clubs, you will still have to apply and be accepted or be sponsored by a current member, if that's a rule at the club that you're looking to join. Now, this is probably the fastest way to become a member at a club that has a long wait list. The issue comes in finding a property where the seller is actually willing to sell their membership. See, many clubs nowadays do not require you to live within the community to have a membership. This was not very prevalent when I first began selling real estate. Back then, if you didn't own property within the community, then it was harder to get a membership. Then we saw the financial crisis of 2008, and golf clubs had to change the way that they did things. They had to open up their memberships to allow people outside the gates to become members. See, before, if you were moving outside the community, you weren't sometimes allowed to keep your membership. Therefore, that membership would go back to the club, or it would be more prevalent that it was being sold with the home. Not so much anymore. Now, if you're moving outside the gates, but still nearby and you want to keep your membership, you can do that. You can keep it and not sell it with your home or your piece of land. So if the new buyer really wants your membership, they're going to have to go on that wait list. Now, depending on if the buyer wants to live within the community or just have the membership, there are a few options when it comes to buying property. Obviously, if you want to live within the community, then you're going to be looking for a home within that community. If not, you can try to find a lot with a membership to purchase, which will be a lot less money, but it still does make that membership more expensive. You can also join that wait list we've talked about. Private clubs have these wait lists, and if you're willing to wait, then I would get on that list. Now, I will say that there is a club here in Scottsdale that literally stopped putting people on their wait list. The wait list had grown so long, they could not tell any prospective members how long they were even gonna have to wait. They even stopped doing tours to potential members because they said it's just not fair. So some of these clubs are making decisions like this because the wait list is so long. But if there is a specific club that you really want to join and there are no memberships available, ask about that wait list and ask about the estimated time that you would be on that wait list. If the wait list is really long, chances are some of those people that have been on the list for a while, they are going to drop off, which just creates a new opening for someone like you. Another one of the clubs here in Scottsdale sells their memberships on a member-based pricing model, which means the seller of the membership determines the price that they will sell it for. Something else to note about this club specifically, and really any other club that would sell their memberships at a member-based pricing, this means that they are an equity club. So the seller of that membership will get money back when that membership is sold. That's why they're setting the price. So these membership prices have sold for $300,000 to $350,000. So what was happening is that when one of these memberships would become available, the membership director would then go through their wait list and they would call all the people on the list and offer this membership to them. Well, when the pricing was that high, some of the people on that wait list would pass and say, I would just like to stay on the wait list. So anyone on that wait list, even if you were down low, if you're willing to pay $350,000 for that membership, you might speed yourself right to the top of that wait list just because you're willing to pay more. So understanding how the wait list actually works will let you know what to expect. Now, another thing you can do is join as a social member if the social membership is available. Best thing about this is that then you get to network with the other members, get to know them, become friends. You are likely going to run into another member that is a full golf member. And guess what? They'll likely invite you to golf. Because if golfing is one of the reasons that you want to join, being able to golf as a guest is the next best thing. Now, you won't be able to golf the same amount of times that you would want to golf if you were the member, but at least you'll be able to get out there a few times a year. And then you can just keep waiting until you are able to be a full golf member. The networking with these members will also maybe give you a leg up in finding a lot that has a membership that someone's willing to sell, and you might find out about it first. Now, within every golf community, there is a lot to know, not just about the membership, but about the real estate. So if this is something that you're looking for and you need help, take a look at that pinned comment down below. Reach out to me. I have got amazing contacts all over the US that know how to work in specific golf communities. Reach out to me and I will personally connect you with one of them. I would also stay in touch with the club's membership office. Sometimes they make changes to the memberships and how they're doing things, and this will help you stay informed. One of the clubs here in Scottsdale did make a change to how they were selling their memberships because their waitlist got so long. They decided to rank the people by priority based on a few things. The first one was if you had a home within the community, then you were in, say, tier 1. If you were building a home within the community, that meant shovel in the ground, not just plans, you were in tier 2. And if you owned a lot within the community, then you were in tier 3. Tier 1 was able to purchase memberships first, then tier 2, then tier 3. Now, this did not make everyone happy that had been on the list, because some of those people that had a lot had risen up that list, and now they had just gotten bumped to the bottom. Then, to make it even more confusing, there was a new section within that community being built, with a new golf course and a new clubhouse. And anyone buying within that section had to either buy a membership for that section of the community, or they could pay more and get a golf membership to the entire community. I had clients looking within this community as a whole, and because the memberships were so tight, they decided to buy in the newer section purely based on the memberships because they wanted a membership to the entire community without having to wait. They literally spent $3 million just to make sure that they could have a membership to everything. You might need to join another nearby private course or explore some semi-private courses that are nearby just for the immediate future. This will allow you to continue playing golf while you're on the waiting list for the club that you really want to join. And just like golf, when you're sitting on that waiting list, the biggest thing I can tell you is be patient. Getting a membership to a private club can take time, especially if it's prestigious or a highly sought after club. I've got some clients that we are literally watching every single home that comes on in some of these golf communities, and we're looking specifically for a golf membership attached to it. Now, because they want to live within the community, we are looking for their wants and needs within the home. However, if something comes up that is good and has a membership, but maybe they need to update it, maybe they need to make a few changes to it, they are willing to do it because it has a membership attached. And this is why these golf memberships make these homes that much more valuable. Now, if you've never lived on a golf course or in a golf community, make sure you watch this video. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.